Nice flip pass and an early save. Rebound picked up. Good alertness that time. Eicher on it. Eicher carrying goal line extended. Pushing his way through, being held to the perimeter. Up top it comes. Shot, they score. Evan Plunkett, one of those All-Americans, gets the scoring started after some good hold-up play from Jackson Eicher.
Well, we talked about Coletti, you talked about Eicher. Don't forget about Evan Plunkett. That goal was phenomenal. Number 11 ranked player in the country per Inside Lacrosse, and you see what makes him so deadly as we take a look at this replay. Gets to the inside and lets that one fly.
He was injured, and that was one of his first starts. He had played well in the previous 2 games against Bonaventure and Hobart. So Army looking to double their lead. UMass, they draw a double up top first. And they've got Eicher, who drops it off. This is great rotation, and a howitzer of a shot finds the back of the net. Braden Fountain rips one, and it's 2-0 Black Knights.
Nothing Blues could do on this one. Beats him to the left side. That shot was probably 35, 40 feet out. An absolute missile. And Army gets themselves up 2-0 early here. As we take a look at a replay, he let that one go so quick, Nathan.
Liam Marr was in the vicinity, but Army's so good at finding the matchups they want. Holding called. Army gets possession off the faceoff. Will Coletti coming forward. He is a Fogo, but he's more of a faux goal. He scored 8 goals last year, including 1 against UMass. One of the nation's top faceoff specialists. Has been above 56% in each of his first 3 seasons, 62% 2 years ago. First team All-American, first team All-Conference. Preseason Specialist of the Year. The accolades go on as Army looking for a nice little 3-0 run. Up top, beautiful, picks the corner. And timeout UMass. Greg Cannella gonna make some adjustments. Ryan Salou with a cannon. And it's 3-0 Black Knights.
Well, Nathan, we talked about if UMass wants to stay competitive in this one, it's going to be about possession. They haven't had that here. Army strikes 3 in just a couple of minutes, and Blues has been left out to dry so far.
Oh.
Certainly, I think that timeout called by Coach Cannella definitely helped them a little bit. Nathan, a lot of anxiety and nerves into this one. Such a young team, like you mentioned at the open. So I think if you're Coach Cannella on this UMass team, trying to find a way to settle down, slow the pace of play, and find an identity in their game.
UMass a little sloppy here on their breakout. And they'll get it across, but it's picked off. Not deliberate enough as Christian Mazer comes away with it. Now Eicher in, bouncers score. Defense to offense, 4-0 Black Knights. Matthew Petito didn't see that pass coming. It bounced right off him, and they had 2 seconds to get it over. It was picked off by Mazer. And you talk about fast tempo, 1 pass, bang.
And there you see it right there.
And now Army will bring on their scoring midfield unit, where they're willing to give some of their middies a look there. And here comes Monero, head of steam, downhill. Army drops it off. Roll dodge again, up hop, Eicher scores. Well, Jackson Eicher doing Jackson Eicher things. It only took him 12.5 minutes. And there's his hat trick, right? Early start to the season for Eicher, and it's 5-0 Army.
Army putting on a clinic right here. Cycling it to the outside, get it up top to Eicher, and that's your bread and butter right there. Sidearm is informally #1, and you get bounced out. I know those Army fans and the Army team in general, they're angry about this. They want to come back and make another deep push.
Their motto this season is rent due. They feel like it's time for them to figuratively pay their bills with this big senior class loaded with All-Americans, including Eicher.
I can relate to that saying.
Eicher through, he does it again. Slicing through UMass like a knife through butter. his 4th goal in the first, as Army continues to pile it on, 6-0.
Just a machine. This Army offense right now, an absolute machine. Eicher working one-on-one, has an opportunity to pass, it doesn't, and just puts it home. He is on fire right now.
To get it across, UMass has had a little bit of trouble just breaking the timeline. Now they will. But pressure coming. Hacked away and picked up. So even though they got to clear that time, they weren't able to get anything in a possession. They'll get it right back though, and now they'll come. They do have a chance to come with speed. They get it to Drunsick. Bouncer, he scores! Right on the edge of the crease, Aiden Drunsick gets UMass's first goal of the year.
Aiden Drunsick, a guy that Coach Cannell was very bullish on when we talked to him earlier in the week. He's had a couple of very good looks, and that time gets the bounce shot to go through. So maybe that gives UMass a little bit of life here early in the second.
Quick feed from Blaze New, one of the returners. A sophomore in terms of experience. Drunsick being worked on, took a stick in the elbow, and that ball just misplayed, and out they come. Keegan Tracy, 6'5", got it across. Extra pass and a goal. Defense to offense, Fountain gets number 2 of the day, and Army answers right back at 7-1.
Just when UMass started to have something going, a turnover, those will cost you against this Army team that works up the field so quick. I mean, count the seconds, the feed to the middle, back to the outside, and nothing Salinger could do there. How about the Selly?
10 seconds to break here. UMass being guarded man for man. No high ride, no aggressive ride from Army, and now UMass finally can take advantage of it. Hummer saved. That was Trace Hogan who had that try, and UMass gets it down low, they score. First career goal for Robbie Granera.
Well, Nathan, you mentioned it in the open, Granera, a gritty lefty, and this is a great effort all around by a couple of Minutemen here. Byrne will come out of the net, it'll get scooped up by New, he'll throw it to the middle, and Granera just has to pick which piece of black twine he wants.
Double team comes up top, now trying to recover are the Black Knights, and they eventually pick up their men. Granera back out wide. Jackman again. Jackman through a couple, sheds his man. Jackman up top, fired, scores! John Krish. Best possession of the day for the Minutemen. They score 2 in a row, and now back down to 4 as we've got a timeout on the fields.
Krish from Long Island, New York, on the doorstep. That was a laser. He's fired up. UMass trying to get their feet under them as they're.
And Elliott gets it back off the screen. 35 in this possession. Elliott looking for an angle. Dangles inside. 3 men down low for the Minutemen. And a nice move to the outside here with speed, downhill, pass to the slot. They score! Good patience as Trace Hogan finishes it off an excellent piece of dodging from Brian Jackman.
Trace Hogan, he's had a couple of looks today, Nathan, from Merrimack College to transfer, played 3 seasons there, and makes his first impression as a Gorilla. This is some great passing from UMass. You see the bounce shot. What a goal, and UMass starting to rally here.
Check out, and they can get their preferred unit out there with Ryan Salou. And Salou drops it off for Evan Plunkett, who will get things started. Plunkett gets around, fires one way wide. He was trying to pull that one, I think, to the near post. But Army backed it up with Eicher at X. Eicher on a pole. UMass really deliberate in how they're matching up here following that first quarter explosion. Quick try from a low angle and a beautiful finish. Aiden Weisenborn.
This was a beauty, Nathan. I didn't even know he had an angle on this one. Almost on that goal line extended. The left-handed shot, and Salinger looked like he was.
UMass had to bring their second face-off man in after the false start on the previous draw, and they lose it.
That was their captain, John Monero, on the draw.
And 2-on-1. No need for the two, they'll take the one. Braden Fountain. And there is his third goal of the day.
Quick tempo offense, and Army's come out of the gates ready to go. Fountain pours that one in.
Extra goals. Question mark goes wide. Not really a question mark, 3/4 question mark. Great to have lacrosse back though, and of course it's not just here but across the country, and of course the WLL with their opening games coming up as well. And here come the Minutemen with pace. UMass 4-on-3, charging down, they score! Ripped through by Tyler Clayton, his first career goal.
A gorgeous goal from the freshman. Look at him flying in. The sidearm shot beats Byrne top right.
Eicher up top, gets the screen. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. UMass doubled. They got to slide and recover, and now they will. Quick dodge to the left. Trying to come back inside. Now back to the outside. Setting for a shot into the crease, and we got a flag. And I don't believe this is going to count. I think this is going to come back for running into the goalie. And we might get an EMO out of this as well.
That was Hill Plunkett on the charge. He certainly thought it was a goal. But an outstanding individual effort. I don't think it will stand, like you said, Nathan, but he charged through 4 gorillas there as we take another look at this one. Drives to his left, goes back to the middle.
Oh, they give it as a goal. Let's see. So the call is going to be against UMass. It's going to be on Matthew Petito for the hit, I believe. Activating high. Basically like having a fourth attack on the field at all times. Not everyone can be Jake Pacino, though. Off the pipe. Might have been saved as well by Byrne. And now Army coming with speed again. But one of the reasons why they've had so many successful clears is that they trust their first man to carry it up. Feed to the back post, they score. Great vision and a good finish as well. Gunnar Fellows guns one home. And we've got a media timeout. Army a nice little run to begin this third. They have come out with intensity following the break. It is Army 11 and UMass 5 here at Garber.
3-3, push, 30-second tender. 3-3 in the white, pushes for 30.
And it is indeed 30-second for the push. Zach Abel. So another extra man opportunity here. UMass did well the first time, but Eicher maybe liking his chances of getting back on the score sheet. Ball fumbled on the ground and picked up. Dropped off, space and time. Eicher, patient, fires across the rainbow road, they score. Eicher turns provider, and it's fired home by Weisenborn, his second. Extra man goal.
That was poetry in motion. Army is poured it on here in the third quarter. They're doing everything they can to put this game away from UMass. Getting a lot of different guys on the scoring sheet as well. Eicher the setup, and a gorgeous finish. Salinger, nothing he could do there. He's
players that St. Joe had. The Hawks, they have now left. Levi Anderson, who was an absolute terror, had a great professional season after being traded midway through the year. A lot of the Canadian box players who were down there on Hawk Hill have now graduated. Matt Bomer as well. Richmond, the preseason favorites, they've got 2 good Fogos. Their game is actually underway as of an hour ago. They started their season today. Eicher being forced. That pass deflected. Good vision and good hands. Plunkett, the younger, finishes it off.
Just no mercy from this Army team. You see on the sidelines, they're still pumped up as they get their 13th. Meticulous. It's been a meticulous offense for Armies. Here you see the sidearm shot beats Salinger to his left.
One with an X. And this is Xander with an X rather than 22, Xander with a Z. Drunzik, who created a great look at the end of that third. Good screen coverage here as Hogan was denied. Now Hogan has it goal line extended, forcing Army to move around, and there's the passing that UMass wants to see. RG gets number 2 of the day for him, 2 of his career. And UMass starts off this 4th with a goal.
The freshman with a very nice cut to the middle. Some good passing from UMass on the outside, and you see a nice fake from Granara.
It's been a productive day for Trace Hogan. And you can hear the communication from both benches as well. Well, for UMass, all of these unknowns coming into this year. Remember, you lost those 7 top scorers. You lost your top returning D for the year before the season began, as Eicher files this one home. And some of the new players have begun to make their presence felt on the offensive end. Salinger has done well in the cage so far, but Eicher, with his experience, has been having himself a day.
Such a big, strong, physical guy. So difficult. Armies last year of 55%. Quite a discrepancy. Certainly doesn't help when you lose guys like Mike Tobin and Shane O'Leary, Mason Bregman. Right around 60 goals there when you combine all of them.
A couple guys found new homes at Ohio State for their final year, and Ohio State took a massive upset at home last weekend as Utah came in and delivered them a couple big booms. Army finds the open man down low. It'll be another one finished off by Braden Fountain, 4th of the day. And that'll lead us to a timeout. Army in control of this one, running away. They're up by 9. It is 15-6 in favor of the Black Knights. Back with the final stretch in a moment here on ESPN+. Potentially a 2 p.m. game. Good work here by UMass. They've got Army scrambling. 5 seconds. And UMass is going to send one up top quickly and have one. And they score! At the end of the clock, Tyler Clayton gets his second. UMass faked like they were just gonna ice it, and instead, they find some twine.
Clayton cashes in. He goes low on this shot, gets his second, the 7th for UMass. Always nice to get rewarded. Just a few seconds left, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that's maybe a focus area for Army, just expecting that UMass wasn't going to do anything with it. You see, no one was really all that close to him. Investment they have. But it doesn't mean that other teams can't compete night in and night out. Of course, everyone's eyes will be on Notre Dame. Only one Kavanaugh left, though, at Notre Dame, which will be a stark contrast from the last couple of years. 3 minutes even to go following the timeout. Army looking for a 16th. They averaged 14 a game last year, and they get their 16th. Good finish from the high slot. Finn McCullough, I believe. It's now 16-7. We'll see who got the last touch on this.
Believe it was McCullough. As we take a look, great replay from our crew. You see the slow-mo, and it will be top shelf where Mama hides the cookies.
Finn McCullough, one of those 22 seniors. 22 seniors and 18 first years on this roster. It's good continuity.
Number 29, Finn McCullough, assisted by number 11, Bill Plunkett.
UMass will get some fresh faces in here with 2.5 to go. And they come in with speed. Quick try and a goal. How about a debut hat trick for Tyler Clayton? It's been a real bright spot today as he gets his 3rd of the afternoon in his first collegiate game.
We'll always put a smile on Coach Cannell's face when a freshman comes in and can get on the scoreboard early in his collegiate career. He's done.
Tries a quick one off the knee of the replacement goalie, Evan Richardson. Shot clock is greater than the game clock here. UMass looking for a late one. Diving through. Did he avoid the crease? He did. So count that as a goal. Flag was down, and the Minutemen will tack on a 9th.
Flag. The goal is good. Flag is waved off.
So the flag gets waved off. This is a tidy finish.
Not a bad late effort from the Minutemen. You see here's Gargiulo spilling into the middle.